D4041, ever since they put it back into service, it was like changed off like 6-7 times since.
Yeah, there must be something wrong with it.
Oh, so you heard about the breakdown? The driver told you.
About what?
You heard about the breakdown then? The driver who you were leaving told.
Yeah, he told me when I took it over. Yeah.
You were supposed to have that bus, but then it broke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't think they could even, when it broke, I don't think they could even drive it back to the garage. It was one of those change-ups.
Tow it. Yeah.
Probably fluid or something.
Yeah, something. Who knows?
So you wouldn't want to be in Three Hills right now. They're getting a massive storm.
Oh, yeah?
Three Hills always gets bad thunderstorms.
Yeah. They're just sort of in that belt.
Nickel's a ping pong size hill with that storm I was tracking.
Oh.
How was this bus
It's a
though?
good bus. Yeah, I don't mind this one.
This used to be at Anderson.
Yeah. No, it's a good one.
I thought I would come out today again since it was night.
Yeah.
The one you had yesterday, I kept an eye on it. It didn't get changed off. It was able to get through. I think 7741 might go to the scrapyard next. That's one of the buses that's not faring too well recently.
Oh, yeah.
This one squeaks a little more if you know.
It's a little squeaky, yeah. We're not too bad. That works.
Where the brakes are almost grinding.
Yeah, exactly.
Guess what? I went for dinner. One of my high school graduates was serving me yesterday at the firehouse.
How was the firehouse? Pretty good?
Yeah,
Yeah?
one of my high school graduates worked there. She was serving me and my grandma.
Nice.
Got some photos and stuff.
That's good. What did you order?
Hamburger.
Hamburger?
You won't be surprised.
Yeah, no kidding. You like that.
So you're doing the 11 next week.
Pretty sure, yeah. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure.
They got that R-Tech going on the 14 now.
Yep, they do.
I'll just email you just to be sure your work.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know you told me, like, when you were doing the 82, it was 153, but, you know, sometimes you read it wrong.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
I don't like a lot of spring work out of the northeast. I stay northwest.
Yeah,
I like Vic a lot. Stoney's okay.
it's alright. It's just too far.
If you get a Stony key up in the northwest, like 113, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's
Those northwestern routes are never bad.
yeah, they're pretty good.
This 153 is one of my favorites now because it's just nice.
Yeah.
This bus today has slightly less takeoff than the other one, ever so slightly. But it's still a quick bus.
Yeah, it's good.
It's not, its motor's not as noisy. The one you had yesterday was a screamer.
Yeah, that was a screamer.
How was your evening?
It was good. I had my Boston pizza.
What did you get?
I got the jambalaya pasta.
Speaking of, we're just going by it.
Yeah, that's where I got it from.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Well, you live so close, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Cranston to Bridlewood isn't that much of a drive.
No,
But doing your 82, 2 hours? Holy.
I know.
You're lucky you didn't start at 7 in the morning on that route.
Okay.
You would have to be up at 5:30.
Yeah,
No, earlier.
Yeah. Well, also rush hour on here, but
I just wish that 82 was taken over by a late night guy. That way you can just park at Brentwood.
yeah, exactly.
This bus is no slouch for takeoff. You know, I jinxed it the other day. I'm like, Stacy's bus is gonna die and she's gonna get a different one, except you weren't driving it, thankfully, this morning. You gotta remember, those buses now are 21 years old. They might keep these 7800s around for a little longer than 20 years though, because they haven't been used for a while.
Yeah, that's right.
You were right on time today.
Yeah.
No time at all. It's like you have to load me up and then that's it. Yeah, you can see those clouds. Those are the storms, way far north.
Yeah, they've kind of been developing all day, but nothing here.
But the heat, right? That'll get things going.
Yeah, exactly. What's the temperature right now? Like 23, 24?
Pardon?
What's the temperature?
Yeah, 24. We're getting to that point where it's starting to get a little steamy. I won't be home till 8:30 tonight. I got my program, my summer programs have kicked in, so. Then I have a meeting on Friday at 1. That's for my volunteer stuff, though. I wish there wasn't instructions so you could go full speed. This is always the fun part on the 153. And of course, we're probably gonna get stuck in traffic on the way back.
Yeah, we'll slow down a bit. Yeah.
I've stayed out of trouble too, nothing much going on.
That's
I find if I stay around the house for too long, I start to get cranky. You know how you do that? You go home crazy sometimes. On a nice day like this, I don't like to stay in. That's the advantage of driving for transit on a day like this. You get She's a bit of a steamer in here, but we're getting some air, which is nice. Oh, imagine if you had Nova today. They're even hotter. I did your key on Friday. When was it? That's when you were off of it, though. It was last week, I think. I just did a trip on the 82 last Friday as well. of the really old Novas, 2010. 8114, that's one of the first ones in the order though. I don't like the transmissions in those. I don't know what it is about the... Yeah, I can have an experienced driver like you and the transmissions are so jerky. But these Allison buses are wonderful. So the driver said the bus just said my bus completely died this morning. Couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, well it was giving him a warning, it was beeping.
Like air.
Yep, exactly. And then it died, and then he got it going again, and then it died again.
Wouldn't I like to film that? Imagine how many views. But at the same time I would be, my bus has died, can't go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
No wonder they're getting rid of them now because they just start getting old, right? So he got it going again, then it just died.
Yeah, he kind of limped it back to the station. He said he was doing about 30 all the way back.
I don't know how they managed to keep the bus on time if it dies. Like you're on time right now.
I think he got his time back. He said it was on time when I took it over.
Yeah.
Or else they just put it back.
Luckily it didn't break down right when you started.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
Else he would have to wait for a change off with you. I've seen drivers have to get two or three change offs on a day sometime.
Yeah, sometimes you're just unlucky.
This transmission has a bite to it for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not like the Novas, right?
No.
Even though it's a little jerky, these transmissions are built so good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I haven't noticed it at all. Yeah.
Must be hot wearing that uniform on a day like this.
Yeah, I got the shorts on.
You would have to.
Yeah.
Or do you ever have those roll up pants where you just roll them up?
Oh, no, I've never really done that, no. Just shorts.
Yeah, for the first 2 weeks in July, I'm gonna be busy. But I might start readjusting my sleep schedule just a tad soon.
That's a good idea.
I find it's harder to get up if you don't.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, you should. That's a really good idea.
You may not see me for those 2 week span.
Yeah, I'm off actually for the second week of July and then the third week of July.
Yeah.
So I won't, yeah. We're both gonna be out of town.
This camp is actually still in the city. Sandy Beach Park.
Okay, that's cool.
You could probably drive down there, it's beautiful.
Yeah. That is a nice spot.
it's gonna be fairly occupied for 8 weeks.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty nice inside, eh? Like,
There's a bit of a surface rust on the floor, but there's not a lot. Does this one have a kilometer thing on it?
no kilometers.
Damn, it's probably in the back.
Oh, yeah, probably.
But this is probably one of the lower mileage buses because they sat due to COVID, right?
Yep.
Yeah, up in Three Hills, they got a big one.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could just teleport right there when it happens from my... And then I could come on the bus, make it just in time for you, teleport to Somerset. Then I could show you the footage. Your turbo sounds nice and healthy too, I noticed. There's that lovely air system. Have you ever had a turbo blow on you before?
No, I don't think so.
You've had a turbo leak, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have, yeah.
When your turbo blows on the bus, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Because the turbo gives you the power, right? I don't think 7741 will be sent out again today.
Yeah, you'll have to keep an eye on it. See if it comes
Because
up.
that was changed off about 8:51 this morning.
Yeah.
God, that one bus has had a rough go the last little bit.
Yeah.
Very rough.
It's ready for it.
I may not like the Novas, but I'll take natural gas any day rather than electric.
I don't know. I've never driven an electric, so I can't say.
Yeah. Diesel electric is pretty interesting, the diesel electric buses.
Yeah. You were saying they're gonna have electric shuttles?
Possibly in the fall, we're supposed to. They'll have to test them for the winter though.
Yeah.
See how they fare. It's gonna be so quiet compared to the 1800 diesels we have. There's one 2013 shuttle bus that is still active.
Oh yeah.
9 years old, that's old for a shuttle.
That is, yeah. For a shuttle.
1825, I think it is.
Yeah, it's probably really bumpy, eh?
Oh,
Oh, just bad suspension.
and the seats, if you sit in the actual seat, they're not good.
No.
You just miss these kids, right? When you go by. Like when you go by the schools, right?
I miss all of them. It's great.
There's another old one.
Yep.
92 or something. Speak of the devil, there's a Nova right there.
Oh, yeah.
Don't they put 9 buses on the 23 for rush hour or something?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. There's quite a few.
But now that they're adding time back again, they might have more.
Yep.
Like more on all day runs.
Yeah.
Like right now they only have 4 at night.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's the regular, the 4 buses at night. You have 2 towards Saddletown and 2 towards Mackenzie terminal here.
Yeah, they might add a couple more at least.
I know the Arctics are gonna be out for longer this next sign up. When this route's busy, you're almost hesitant to put an Arctic on it because it gets so busy.
Yeah, they should. Honestly, that's a good idea.
Or take more buses out of Anderson.
Yeah.
Speaking of Anderson, it's opening in September for school and rush hour runs.
Yeah, 16%.
But a lot of drivers are disappointed. They want to go back to Anderson permanently. The brakes are a little grabby on this one, if you notice.
Yeah.
Just slightly, though.
With my legs.
That's unnecessary.
Make sure you don't get lost.
Get a muffler, too.
Yeah, and a brain.
Take the ears right off ya. You've seen that all the time. People have their big trucks, think they look cool. They spiff it all up. But it's really not doing anything rather than causing a bunch of extra noise.
Yeah, it makes it look dumb.
Did you ever own a truck before?
No, I never have.
Expensive to fix if it breaks.
I don't think so. Not on that.
Like, before shutdown or something, they might have,
Oh, yeah, maybe in rush hour.
because it was so busy, right?
Possibly, yes.
But now it's all day shuttle till whatever time it runs.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it runs, like, it runs until 7 or something, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, you got the 153 too, right? They don't need it. The 153 is not changing, I don't think.
Nope, I don't think so.
406 is done after this week.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that the school? No, that's TMC.
I had 7 pieces of chicken for lunch today. Cheese and pickle as well.
Whoa. What kind of chicken? Like,
Lemon pepper, fresh off the barbecue.
Oh wait.
You're not gonna be happy with me, I'm making you hungry.
yeah, no kidding.
I go.
What did you have for lunch?
Oh, I thought I
Wait, how do I call stuff?
super tuna crackers.
Oh, I pressed it.
That is lame.
I'm getting lost.
Disappointing.
Why are you getting up?
But I mean, it's a time thing, as you said. On this key, you have no time at all, rather than up at Mackenzie there.
Yeah, exactly.
Daddy,
And it says on Transit 55 you have 6 minutes, but you always get stuck in traffic. So you don't get to sit at the station.
Nope, not at all.
Yes, I need a picture. Thank you.
Oh wait, no, not that picture.
Bye. I just sent it to you.
Thank you.
A seat to myself. Why is he running? Why are you running?
If you had this bus on 82, you know we go up that big hill, this thing would just
Oh, no, mine was
pull.
running.
One,
When you had the Nova, weren't we deadlocked at 55 to 60 up on that hill?
yeah, I think we may have pushed. I think we may have tickled 70, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't
You would tickle 80 uphill with this, no problem.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you guys. You guys get off at the school.
No, but you see, should I wait again? Because my house is like right at the school.
Yeah, but the bus doesn't stop by your house. That's what I'm saying.
But it goes all the way around, doesn't it?
Get off at the school.
Oh my god, I swear, it goes all the way around to Copperfield. On the back.
Just get off at the school. Because if you get off at the bus stop, you're not blaming me. Oh my god. I can't see right
This bus seems like it doesn't need a rebuild anytime soon.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The one after.
Dude, just get off when you want to.
The tail's pretty fun when you go on one more trail.
Yeah.
That's the favorite part.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get off now.
No, you don't.
Yes, this is where the school is.
Yeah, just let me see if the next house is.
It's here. Oh wait, there's the one door.
Yeah, there's one more. Yeah, see? I'm good at this. I just hit my head on the bar. Are you okay? No. I'm good. That really hurt.
What's for supper tonight?
Going out for wings.
Wing Wednesday,
Yeah.
Wing Wednesday, half price.
This way is it? Oh, I just got off anyway. Bye. Bye, Izzy.
After I'm done with you. I start that at 6, but I like to be there 20 minutes to half an hour early.
Okay.
Like to hang out.
That's good. Are you a good bowler?
Competitive.
Yeah.
I have a competitive spirit.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm surprisingly bad at bowling, which is disappointing because I'm usually good at things, but I'm really bad at bowling.
You're a good bus driver, you're good, at everything else, but you can't bowl.
I can't bowl for crap. I don't know why, but I think I overthink it maybe. Like,
Man, it's the way you release, and if you release in a curved way, it will go south real
that's
quick.
exactly what happens. It's always going one way or the other. And I don't know how to fix that. Like,
I'm not surprised if we'll be a couple minutes early today, for sure.
yeah, we will.
I don't think that would be good driving that old bus today. That bus would just keep dying. You would
Yeah.
try to start it back up and it would just die.
Yeah, exactly.
Like probably right now you would be late because on the highway you would have to go 30.
Yeah.
What type of warning was it? Just an engine warning or something?
Well, you usually get the beeping, you get two different beeps, and you get the lights.
That's never good.
No, it's not good.
Something to do with the engine, I think.
Yeah, it could be, or the transmission, I don't know.
Sometimes when you go into gear, you have to stay in that gear because the bus just won't shift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though the transmission's a little crispy, this bus shifts into gear real nice.
Yeah, it does.
I don't like when you get a bus where there's like a 2-second delay when it's supposed to shift.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just don't like buses like that. It's more annoying than anything.
Yep, it is.
That must have been fun for him this morning.
Yeah.
The other driver.
Yeah.
But he probably knew something was wrong when he was driving, but he's like, I'll try to push it to the station as far as it can go.
Yeah.
But once it starts dying, you're like, oh, I better not.
Yeah, it's not gonna get any better.
That thing can start to smoke too.
Yeah, exactly.
You can lose all your antifreeze and stuff. But if you have to start at Chinook, what do you do, right? Like if you're doing work out of there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just cross your fingers. Hope for the best.
But the 41 and 36, they are nice routes.
Yeah, they're not bad. I don't like Glenmore. I don't like that section of Glenmore. So I don't, yeah.
The tail is nice because you go on one more trail then continue on.
Yeah, I hate the way the traffic, everyone's trying to get over here, there, and everywhere, you know?
But you can get stuck on the tail in rush hour on that Clow Trial Trail when it was really bad.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
You would be just 5 minutes late
yeah.
just because of that.
Yeah, I don't know, I just don't like that other section of Glenmore.
But rather than that, the 41 and 36 are pretty nice routes.
Yeah, like when you're actually in the neighborhood, it's good.
It's just Glenmore.
Getting there and back, but it's just...
Oh, are you talking about... See, the tail's not bad because you only do a very small section.
Exactly, yeah.
But it's going from Chinook. If there's an accident or it's rush hour, you always get stuck.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, that section of Glenmore on the 41 and 36 is terrible. Now I know what you mean.
I get like anxiety just thinking of my.
And you got people cutting you off there too.
It's horrible. It's very poorly designed.
At least you don't have to go over the train tracks anymore. They have that bridge.
Oh yeah.
Or you know what's poorly designed? You could be doing the 3 right now. You stop at every single stop too.
Yeah, basically.
And they're 30 steps away, the stops, some of them.
I know.
Time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's about really it.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay at night. Like after about 8 o'clock, it's fine.
And it was getting late because they were doing that construction downtown.
Yeah, that's it too. Yeah.
So 3s were on detour.
Oh, really?
Man, I tell you, it's beautiful slurpy weather today.
I'm telling you, it is.
Well, maybe, but it's supposed to be nice next week. I checked
That's
the.
true, yeah.
Too bad you don't have any time.
I know, right?
But you said on the 11th there's gonna be no school kids.
Yeah, the 11, that's where it's at.
Oh, I want to tell you I can only do probably about a medium.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Large is almost too much.
Yeah, I agree.
But the small is too small, so I go medium. Have you ever done it on a hot day? You get a small and then it's like, oh, I should have gotten a size up. And they have extra large too. Imagine how big that is.
Well, those are good on hot days. The problem is it all melts by the time you're done with it.
But I'll be on the bus with you, so you know, when I'm drinking it when you're driving, it won't melt on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't believe we're halfway done our trip. I'm almost done my trip already. Wow. When you hear about the other driver telling you about a change off, you're not shocked sometimes. You had enough of those buses. If it's a brand new one, first day into service, then yeah. This must run every 10 minutes now.
I don't think they're
15. But now that they're adding time, it might go to every 10 next sign up. Because I remember when things were really busy before shutdown, sometimes buses were running every 5 minutes. They had to. How is the dog doing?
Oh, she was good, yeah. She was pretty dopey. But she's better. She's getting there.
Oh, like hard time getting up this morning?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Does that happen on a regular basis?
No, not at all. She's usually really energetic, but she still had some of the drugs, you know, that they gave her.
Or?
We're getting spayed.
Oh.
Yeah, she got spayed yesterday, yeah.
Oh, that can do it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
She slept longer then.
Yeah, she wasn't really that hungry, so.
Now that's bad.
Well, yeah, she'll get, you know, she just has to get the drugs out. Other than
Do you give it to her with her food, right?
Yeah, like for 4 days. She gets some little pink
Peanut butter, right?
I mean, we might do that in our yogurt. We might put it in yogurt.
Because I know dogs love peanut butter for the drug.
Yeah, she does like.
But that would get stuck into the roof of her mouth. It does with me sometimes.
Yeah, no kidding. It's actually like a liquid though. So you just kind of can mix it in with the food.
Oh, so it's not like one of those tablets?
No, it's a little liquid. And they said, like, it's, apparently they don't, like, the vet said it doesn't smell very good. So peanut butter might be a good idea.
I would do it.
Yeah, because that'll really overpower the smell.
Peanut butter is strong.
Yeah, totally. That's a good idea.
I find yogurt would kind of help it, but peanut butter would really be the key.
Yeah, she'll never know.
She'll be after the peanut butter though.
Exactly.
She's like, I want more of that.
That's good.
And they say some dogs don't like chicken. Do you ever feed her meat and stuff?
Oh yeah, she likes everything pretty much.
Has she ever eaten chocolate? Snuffed in the thing and ate chocolate?
Yeah, she's not really, like I've never really given her chocolate because it's supposed to be bad, right?
Yeah. I remember my Aunt Cindy's dog. She had a dog named Gizmo once, and she was at work, so he went in the pantry, and there was a whole chocolate bunny, and he ate the whole thing.
That's bad. Did he get sick?
No,
Oh wow.
no. And I asked Cindy about that story. I'm like, how did he not get sick?
Yeah, like what kind of dog